Welcome and thank you for tuning in to the Believe in Yourself podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Believe, better known as KevBiyi, man. And if you yourself are interested in creating your own podcast, let me show you how to do it, man. Let me give you some great advice. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. I only need two things real quick. Listen in close. Number one, it's free. That should say it all right there. But if that's not enough, number two, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. That means you can start making money from day one on your podcast and start putting that money to good use. So, let me give you the information. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's ANCHOR.FM to get started today. And I want to hear your podcast. Peace. Welcome to Believe in Yourself podcast. And on today's episode, we're talking with Mrs. Everything Entrepreneur, Ms. Dauna Clemons. She does everything from selling waist beads to taking trips to Africa and planning people's travel. She has an amazing story of how she came from corporate into building her own and doing her own and actually healing herself. So if you guys really want to listen to how you can take a journey from 0 to 60 real quick, definitely grab your pen and paper, get your popcorn ready, and listen to the story of Miss Dauna Clemons, A Love for Ghana. Hey, it's Mr. Believe, and I want to tell you about Unique African Boutique. It is a beautiful collection of authentic clothing, jewelry, accessories, and art that are made with the highest quality from artisans in Africa. What you get from Unique African Boutique, you can't get from anywhere else. Our entire collection is made up of one-of-a-kind pieces that promote the culture, music, and lifestyle of Africa, with care for the artisans and their families and their livelihood. Shop Unique African Boutique today at shopuniqueafricanboutique.com.
As far as our schedule, It's just not good for me. And I was like, you know what? If it's making $50,000, I can quit my job. Now, granted, that was a big jump because I'm like, okay, you leaving this good paying job and you're gonna do what? You're gonna take this little $50,000? But guess what? That's exactly what I did, and I've been the happiest thing in the world. That was the best move I could have ever made. And I left my job in 2010. So actually, September 2020 will be 10 years of being self-employed. I managed to that business. I make earrings and jewelry. I make all different types of accessories, keychains and things for your hair, lock jewelry. Just like you said, a plethora of things. I socialize. At one point, my African waist bead business was faltering, and what I didn't prepare was for the downfall. It was doing well, and I was riding that road and just doing it, and it was beautiful. But I did not prepare for an downfall. I did not prepare for when it makes less money, if the money's not coming in. Now what do I need to do? What else can I bring into my business? Because now what? Oh, travel business. I love to travel. I'm passionate about travel. I want to take everybody home to Africa. Okay, well that brings me some money. That will too. That been a beautiful. I said 10 years frozen here. It's been 10 years. Can you hear me?
It's kind of been going. It's kind of been. Yeah, I can hear you. Like it's kind of delayed a little bit. Can you hear me? Are we good now?
But anyway, so yeah, it's been a perfect ride.
Okay. Yeah, I think it froze just a little bit on us, but I think it's more delayed.
I think too, it's frozen right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
There we go. All right, we're back.
There we go.
Sometimes I just gives us a little bit of problems. But that's a lot that you did. I mean, you
that's
a lot.
right.
That's it.
Thank you for tuning in to the Believe in Yourself podcast. Now I'm your host, KevBiyi, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been tuning into these episodes. And I pray, and my prayer is that everyone has been getting some type of inspiration, motivation, or even some tips and tricks of the trade that they can use in their everyday journey or lives into entrepreneurship, professionalism, or just downright living. Now, if you want some more from our guests on the show, we're eventually going to be partnering with them and bringing you some special discounted items later on. So if you love these guests and love the things that they have to offer and you would love to support and build the community, all you need to do is text BIY to 31996. That's BIY to 31996, and let's grow this community together. Peace.
Very small. It's a small thing you might think, a small strong cultural traditional thing, but it weighs very heavy within the society, within African society. And if you do a waist beat party, basically what it is a group of women, it's a Tupperware party. A group of women that get together over food and drink and conversation. We beat, we bond. I tell the story. It's really a sort of spiritual awakening. It gives you a new sense of self or a new sense of your African self. It gives you a new sense of, and I say women, it gives a sense of confidence and pride and sexiness. And so, and then you go home to your husband feeling all beautiful and sexy. So, it's a time for bonding and a time for reawakening that African self.
Is there an age that they do that kind of here in the States? Like kids or mitzvahs?
In Ghana, you are beaded at 7 days old. In most African countries, you are. Because you are beaded and called an outdooring ceremony. So that means you're brought outside and introduced to society. So most African societies do that. Now, do they keep their beads on in all societies, in all countries? No. A lot of countries, they'll take the beads off when the young girl has her first cycle, when she comes of age. But in Ghana, you wear your beads from life until death. A woman is never going to know a time to be without her beads. It is very, very important. If she's not wearing her beads, she'll feel naked. So it's something that's carried on through life.
Wow. That's dope. So is your family from Ghana originally?
No, not at all. We're along the West Coast. I did my DNA, and we are Senegal, Sierra Leone, Guinea-Bissau area, but not Ghana. But Ghana was the first country that I visited in Africa, and Ghana is home to me. So I tell people I'm Ghanaian at heart.
So which jollof do you prefer, the Canadian jollof or the Nigerian jollof rice?
Baby, I'm the best jollof cooker in the world. I have somebody come to get some jollof on Saturday.
I gotta test that out.
Nigerian jollof is too spicy. Ghana is Ghana.
I like spicy. I like spicy though. I like spicy too,
but I want to taste the food.
So another thing you mentioned was sister locks. What is that about? Well, obviously I have no hair, so I don't know much, but for the women and guys out there, you probably know more.
Sister locks are another form of locking. Ready? Go ahead. Is another form of locking. It was created by San Diego, California. And it's just a pattern. I think I stopped again.
A little bit of a delay for those that's watching. Kevin, you're back.
Okay, you there? Okay.
Yeah.
It's locks installed into the hair, and it's an intricate woven pattern. Your hair, and so it's made to install, and they're tiny, small little locks, but they're beautiful.
Is it more like a protective? Is it protective?
And I don't know if you can see, I have such a lock. You don't see a tiny lock?
Yeah. Is it to protect the locks or just a style?
For me, I'm getting older, my hair is thinning, and as I said, my hair fell out when I was stressed, and so my hair thin. And while I went natural for quite some time, I wanted to lock again, and I was too nervous to do traditional locks because they're heavier. So I did this, and thus far it's been 7 years. It's been 7 years. So, and my hair is doing fine.
That's dope. That's dope. And the last question I had that you mentioned was the traveling. That's I'm really interested because I definitely like to travel. And unfortunately, with everything going on, it's kind of like I can't really get out of the country without having to sit for 2 weeks. So, what does your travel entail?
I want to take everybody home that I could possibly take home, and that means Africa, Cuba, throughout the diaspora. wherever I want to go, I want to take people with me. And so while I do, travel companies called Senko for Rising Travel. I'm under the umbrella of Evolution Travel or through Archer and or Archer Travel. And a lot of what they do, we are provided with suppliers, so we can access anywhere in the world. I can book you anywhere in the world. But what I want to do for us Black folks who want to go to Hawaii, don't go to Hawaii. Let's go to Africa. Let's go to Ghana. Don't go to Europe. Let's go to Cuba. Oh my God, there's so many places that we are in. We're in Nicaragua. You know, I've never been there, but I want to go see Moms in Nicaragua. You know, so let's go there. But, you know, it's just, we're so afraid to broaden our horizon and get to know us that we'd rather go see than interested in going to Europe or Rome or whatever. I want to go where I see me. And so I tell people, beaten path, because even going to Jamaica, I'm not taking you to Jamaica to go see Guns River Falls. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go to the Natty Town, which is the Maroon Village. You know, let's go see how our African people, hear the story of how our African people fought. So hey, let's do that. And so that's what I do no matter where I go.
That's dope. I definitely like that. That puts a different twist on the problem. Rather than travel. That puts a different twist on the travel. Because, you know, they always promote Italy, Greece, Europe, those European countries. But I would
the toughest time for me was not really the slowdown of my business. The time for me was being able to have life insurance, not being able to have dental and health. Because, when you have a job, best health, best doctors, best dentists, I had almost $2 million in life insurance, so it happened to be my children were taken care of. And then to quit your job, and I had to downsize from that $2 million to $1 million to 500,000 to 100,000 to 50, and even right now, I don't have life insurance. And there, it broke my heart. I'm like, I felt equity as a parent because I wasn't able to provide for my children. But, right, my home is a museum. So my kids could come in and sell everything in this house, and they would be okay. So that's their legacy. That's what I'm going to hand down to them. And I still want the life insurance, so they'll be okay. But that was my hardest part. Then coming to, oh my God, working at and getting almost $6,000 to only making 15 or 2, or maybe sometimes only 18 or 2 a month. That's when it started to kick in. Okay, you're about to lose your house. Which I did. I walked away from the house because anybody to remodify it for me. So, lost the house, but, it was like, okay, well, it's gone. Let's move on. And I had to say, what else can you do? Because, again, I tried to go out for a job interview, but what's sad is you think the stress is gone. But when I went for the interview, one of them broke down crying. And the reason was because he's like, well, why'd you leave this job? And I'm like, and I wasn't ready for it. So I'm like, I'm not ready to go back. I've never want to go back. So let me bring more in. What else can I incorporate into my business so I can stay home and work from home?
Definitely. So basically, those hardships and those hard trials force you to now think outside the box.
Hey, what's going on? I hope you guys enjoying the episode. This is Mr. Believe, and I just want to invite you guys to follow me on IG at KEV as in Victor, B as in boy, IYI. That's at KevBiyi on IG if you want to catch any of these interviews live and in color. See you soon.
It's easy to go back to the comfort zone. Like you said, you thought you wanted to go back to work. That's like your first thing. You just get a job. But
Right.
you realize, that's your body telling you, like, no, it's not what you want. Me, you were able to persevere and made a few businesses out of these different hardships just to make it work.
Right. And what's funny, too, is I go to work for a Kenyan sister who has an African store here in Sacramento. And I was there for 9 months, which was a good thing, but I'm not a good employee. I'm like, she would ask me to do something. I was like, oh no, I'm not willing to do that. And she looked at me like, what? Well, number one, I'm not sweeping the floors and nothing. That's your job. I don't want to dust in my own house, so I'm going to come to your job to dust. So I was not a good employee. I just think I'm going to have to stay on my own.
Hey, some people are, some people are. It's good to know your strengths and your weaknesses. That's all.
And your weaknesses.
Strengths and your weaknesses. So what would you say is some of your biggest accomplishments that you've had thus far?
My biggest accomplishments, again, for me, is always being able to take people home. It's amazing. When you take us outside of America, and we see how, and you said third world, I will never say that, because these are developing countries, and they're hardworking people. They're loving and kind people. And oh my God, they will give you their shirt off your back, off their back. So that's my biggest accomplishment, to say, and from 2000 and 2001 and 2004 and 7 and 10 and I've gone home and I've taken little people with me. And so whether I can take somebody back, that's an accomplishment, because I'm for me, it's allowing them to see who they can be or who they should be as African people.
Yeah, that's definitely a big accomplishment. I think
and say, hey, you still off the street. Don't you want some waist beads? Don't you need your hair done? So I don't ever take anything for granted. And that's my biggest lesson. I did it once, and I will never do that again.
Yeah, I think that's also a great attitude that you have as far as like knowing not to stress, knowing that things are going to get taken care of. You know, this is a quote in the Bible that says, if the birds of the air don't have to worry about their food, you know, why should you?
Right.
You know, God made us the most magnificent beings. Why should we have to?
Right.
Like, once you set your intentions, it may look a little cloudy, it may look a little gray, but you just work towards it. You can't keep the faith. And even for me, sometimes, it's like, I don't know how. I'll tell my wife, I said, I don't know how we're going to do it, but lo and behold, something happens. It just makes
every time.
Reach right over the hump every single time.
On my chores. I was together. I don't know how I'm making that money, but I've gone on every single tour, and I've had money to burn. So don't ask me how. It happened. So, you know, like even for Ghana, that right there, I mean, my trip next year for the 3 countries is $6,000. That does, okay, so what am I going to do now? I have to start taking that trip because I'm going. I don't care, you know. And even I'm doing that. And then in December again, I'm going to Jamaica and back to Cuba. Okay, that's another $4,000. Okay, where was that? It's going to happen. Say that again?
I said Jamaica's definitely my favorite island I've visited so far.
Oh, it is.
I love Jamaica. So, how do you deal with stressful situations?
I don't. Morning I wake up, it's prayer and meditation. Throughout the day, it's prayer and meditation. Before I go to sleep, it's prayer and meditation. And, you know, you go and I do my workout and I come home and I work. And I don't have some cranky clients sometimes. And right now, it's, Mercury is in retrograde. I've had to get rid of a couple people because they've just been crazy. So, things can be stressful. But how do I deal with it? I just kind of let it roll off my back. Because if I allow it to get stressed, then I'm allowing illness and sickness to settle into my body. It's going to disrupt my other clients. It's going to disrupt my family, my friends, and I allow that to happen. I'll say this. When I turn 40, I kick negativity out my door, and I will not allow it back in. So, negativity brings stress too. I just won't allow it. So that's why I said I don't.
That's definitely one of the better perspectives I've heard. Just don't even worry about it. Like, keep moving, focus on the positivity, and don't let that stress.
And if you'll be okay. Not to say I don't have my bad days. There may be times, and I will bust out in a tear. I might fill up a bath with tears, and then I'm okay because that needed to come out too. So, yeah, I don't worry about it.
Sometimes you just gotta let it go. I'm not that much of a crier, but I know my wife definitely sometimes. Like, I just feel like I want to cry. Like, it's okay. Let it go.
Right. Yeah, let's go.
So what is your 5-year plan?
Right now, I'm really looking toward building or ending with my friends in Ghana and in Cuba to build Airbnbs. My friend in Ghana has built his home. He has a two-story home, and so one bottom level he rents out level he lives in, and then he's also going to build apartments. Well, those apartments he's going to rent as Airbnbs. So, and I've already told you with the cash mod, had I gotten a little bit more, it would have went to him. He has to fees, he has to pay. Those are little things that, he may not have the money for. If I could have given him a chunk of money, I would have done that so he could continue to build. And the same for my son. He has in a property, a 5-bedroom house is $25,000. That's nothing. You have to have, I
invested in real estate, basically internationally. That's definitely
Yes.
a good idea. I remember I read it on.
Yes.
I don't think
And I'm a national real estate lawyer, so I can make sure.
it's definitely like one of our buckets.
Yeah, I have to
Go ahead.
find a lawyer so that I can make sure everything is properly done.
Yeah, definitely. 'Cause I was looking, I don't know where it was a couple of years ago. It was an article. Africa is definitely one of the more emerging countries when it comes to Airbnb, and especially West Africa is starting to become booming a lot with Airbnb. You get me? Hello? You can't hear me? I don't know. I don't know if you lost the volume. If anybody's in the room, and if you can hear me, give us a little hearts or a thumbs up. I can't hear her though. Maybe we can close you out and come back. Close out and try to come back in. Go out and try to come back in. Let's see. Yes. They're trying to do it again. IG's giving us a little bit of trouble. So while we're trying to figure this thing out, connecting. Let's see if we get it. It's coming in. While we're waiting for it to connect, I just wanted to say the golden nugget for today, which is brought to you by Titan Protective Services. When you can't control what's happening, responding to what's happening, that's where the power is. So the golden nugget for today is when you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you are responding to what's happening. And that's where the power is. So your power is not going to be in your physical strength. Your power is going to be in your ability to mentally control yourself. You know, when somebody comes at you the wrong way and does something that you don't really like necessarily, you can't always be the person to react, get out of character. Sometimes you gotta let that person be a fool by themselves. You know? Sometimes you gotta let that person get back or whatever it is. But you are sometimes the person that has to be the bigger person. And there's nothing wrong with being the bigger person every time. Just make sure that you control yourself, keep yourself together, and continue to stay focused. Because once you get yourself out of character and start to get mad, start to get angry, that's when you start to lose focus, and start to make wrong decisions, start to make wrong moves, and ultimately put yourself in a worse situation than what you initially wanted to be in. So, the golden nugget brought to you by Titan Protective Services is when you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you're responding to what's happening. And that's where your power is. So, and now we're back. I think we had a little bit of a problem. There we go. Good volume. So, last we were talking about your 5-year plan. You said you wanted to get some Airbnbs
Right.
internationally.
Right.
Now, I said that I read an article a couple years ago that said that Africa is one of the larger emerging industries as far as with Airbnb is concerned, especially West Africa. Like, it's really
It is.
like fast.
Right.
And I told my family about it, man. I'm gonna keep preaching it to the ear drops off. We need to definitely invest. Get
Yes.
some property out there, especially in Nigeria. I'm from South Nigeria. I'm gonna definitely invest in Nigeria. But definitely
Yeah.
inside the Lekki region is like now a very up and coming young, area in Nigeria. Definitely.
Right.
Hey, it's Mr. Believe, and I'm here to tell you about Titan Protective Services, where they protect what matters most to you. Titan Protective Services provides innovative security solutions for apartment complexes, rental properties, and condominiums. We believe that as a family-run company, we are here to make sure your property is taken care of and protected from vandalism, theft, and destruction. Contact us today for your security needs. Visit www.titanproserv.com today or call us at 844-39-TITAN. That's 844-39-TITAN.
Your taxes, and I didn't do that. And so I would definitely say take a business course and learn just a small so that you know how to run your business. I didn't do that, and that was a mistake of mine. I've learned and I know better now, and everything is perfect now. But one upon a time, I was paying way too much taxes, and they're not giving you that money back. They're like, oh well, that was your mistake.
There you go. Good luck with that one.
Yes.
Definitely. That's good advice right there. Definitely, when you start a business, do your research. And if you are blessed enough, find you a good accountant that'll work with you.
Yes.
Yes. Not just an accountant, right. Somebody that's like certified with some good stuff. Now, do you have any tips or anything for entrepreneurs?
Any tip? Don't be afraid. We're so afraid because we're used to the 9 to 5. We're used to somebody setting down the rules and saying this is how you do it. Don't be afraid to get out your own. You're making money for somebody else. Go and get your own money. Because even with my travel business, I'm under the blanket of someone else. But of what I want, because they can't provide the tour that I asked them for, I have to make my own tour. Not for them to make my business work for me. And so, they might get mad because I'm going off and I'm not giving them their little 10% so they can make their money too. Oh, well, buy the tour that I do. I have to make it best for my business and for my people there and make it for yourself.
Definitely. Don't allow those other people to box you in. Just because you're using a platform doesn't mean you can't still spread your wings. You're able to make those decisions.
You're right.
That's some good advice right there. And now we're about to go into this or that segment of our interview. Figure out a couple of things what you like.
Okay.
So personally. So what do you listen to? What do you prefer if you don't listen to one? Audiobooks or podcasts?
I like to read. I want a book in my hand. So I wouldn't do either of those. I'm old school. I want to turn a page. I want to flip the page over.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. What book would you recommend?
Oh my God. Okay, let me see while I'm looking in my books. The Miseducation of the Negro. That's the first one I see.
That was definitely
Mastermind of African and American. I'm looking at my books up here. So
that's good.
The Miseducation of the Negro. Actually, the first book that I read to start me on the path that I'm on now.
Yeah, definitely. That book has definitely been nominated a few times on the show. I definitely have to get into that one. Which one would you prefer, Facebook or Instagram? I met you on Facebook. Now we're talking on Instagram, so which one do you like? Facebook?
Facebook. And I'm still a Facebook baby. I've only been on Facebook for like 5-6 years because I never wanted either. So I'm Facebook, and then I do have Instagram, but I've only had Instagram school, so that is for the old folk. My son said, "Mom, you still have Facebook? That's for old. That's for old people." I'll take that. I'm old.
So here's the question: who would you like prefer better to sing at your event? You're throwing an event. You had to choose between Jill Scott or Erykah Badu.
Jill. Jilly Friendly.
Okay. Now the next question is a traveling question. Which place would you prefer to visit? I know probably Ghana's at the top of the list. We got to choose out of these two. Which one did you like? Jamaica or Cuba?
Oh my goodness. See, those are my three favorite places. Ghana, Jamaica, Cuba. So it don't matter. 3 months here, 3 months there. So, but right now Cuba, because Cuba warms my soul like Ghana does. So.
Well, I definitely have to make a trip. My family was actually going to make a trip to Cuba last year, but we had it booked and everything. But then they did Trump did that whole canceled the whole traveling.
You can still win.
I know because I went to the route.
Well, you have for Cuba, there's 5 routes, there's 5 hubs you can leave from in the United States. So you can leave from New York, New Mexico, Miami. I can't remember the other 2. But what we did was we were already going to Jamaica. So we went through the back door. We went Jamaica into Cuba and then came back home the other way. So you could, trust me, you can get to Cuba. When they telling you you're not, it's real easy. It's not as hard as people say. And when you do go, just say you are going for the help of the Cuban people, and that'll get you in. And not a teacher or a journalist, but, just the civilian, you would say you're going for the help Cuban people, and you're in.
I remember that, because I definitely wanted to visit. That kind of threw a wrench in our plans last minute while I was going to Bahamas. But it's just
I'm going again next.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure I check out St. Kofa Rising.
Yeah, I'm going in December.
This last one is a debate that I asked myself. It's one of my own indulgences. I ask everybody. Every time I go to the grocery store, which one I'm gonna pick out? Chocolate chip cookies or Oreos? Which would you choose?
Oatmeal. Okay, chocolate. I'm not an Oreo fan because I don't like the white stuff in the middle.
Okay. Okay. You're an oatmeal raisin type? Yeah, that's
oatmeal. Oatmeal raisin. Oatmeal.
Oatmeal, yeah, I don't like the raisins. That's a good pick right there. Cinnamon on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Now that I can
That is definitely dope. That's definitely dope. I like that right there. So, now we're coming to the end of the podcast. And before I let you go, I just want to make a couple of announcements to people out there for if you want to join the Believe in Yourself community, just text BIY to 31996. You get updates, special discounts, all that good stuff. Join the community, be able to find out about things that we have coming up. Like right now, at the end of the month coming up, we're going to be doing our second Black Dollar Challenge. The Black Dollar Challenge is just Believe in Yourself's version of promoting, circulating the Black Dollar within the community. So what you do is you donate $1 to the hashtag #IBelieve15, and we're going to pick 2 businesses that we've interviewed in the past. This month, 2 businesses. One is Unity as Wealth, and the other one is Extraordinary Youth Inc. And Unity as Wealth is going to be giving away a raffle prize, which is going to be an immunity booster prize. We're going to be giving away some sea moss and elderberry, and a portion of the proceeds are going to go to support Extraordinary Youth Inc., where they use the arts to help promote public speaking and confident youth. So those are 2 things circulating the Black Dollar this month with our Black Dollar Challenge. Lounge, sponsored by Unique Afternoon Tea. And just want to let everybody know about the platforms we're on. Listen to the podcast on Anchor, Google, and Spotify, as well as you catch us Tuesdays and Thursdays right here on IG. And Wednesday, we do a local show with local entrepreneurs right here in South Florida, Miami, on Your Vibe Radio. You can visit yourviberadio.com for that. Now, before we go, I have one more question I wanted to ask you. Was how many countries have you visited? Because I'm trying to visit a few countries myself. How many have you visited?
7.
7?
That's 4. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's 7 countries in Africa. I don't know. I have to count all the rest. But I still have so much travel to do. I need to be here for 48 years so I can travel all the world.
Yeah, I think I've only visited 6 countries. My favorite has been, my 2 favorites have been Nigeria and Jamaica. Those 2 places right there, tops of my list.
Yeah.
I also want to say thank you for just being open to coming onto the podcast today, definitely sharing your story. You definitely inspired me hearing your story, coming from corporate America, making nice money, and to lead that into going to entrepreneurship. I know it's not easy. And then sticking to the journey is definitely commendable, and we need to do more of that in our community. Just the message of perseverance, because it's not going to look beautiful in the beginning. If you look around, look at our climate today, it's not going to be great when we're first starting or getting for what we're fighting for. But if we stick to it, follow through, we will see the end. It will come. We'll see a better day. So I want to commend you on that as well, and being a pillar in the community, taking people back into their homeland, exposing them, doing the beads, letting women understand more about their culture, their heritage, where we come from. Doing things like that, it just helps to expand our community and help us to grow more culturally. As you pretty sure know, a lot of that is robbed. So bringing that back is definitely an importance. If you're doing that, I thank you for doing that, and I appreciate you.
And I appreciate you too, my brother. Thank you for inviting me on. I appreciate you.
Of course. And before we end, obviously, I want you to tell everybody how they can get in contact with you. What's your Facebook? What's your Instagram? What's your website? What's your phone number? If you can get it out, all that good stuff, so they can go and shop and definitely share with you.
Okay, Facebook. I have 2 Facebook pages. Braids, Beats, and Beauty. Seco for Rising Travel. I'm also on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram under my email, ALUV Ghana, or for Ghana. So A Love for ALUV Ghana, and that's my Instagram. Then my email address is aloveforghana@yahoo.com. ALUV, the number 4, Ghana@yahoo.com. And my phone number is, yes, I still have a home phone number, 916-366-3245. I don't give a sale to everybody.
Thank you very much. And I appreciate it. Everybody, if you're just not tuning in, you're catching us late, watch the playback. It's going to be up on my page. I'm not taking it down. And it'll be coming up on the podcast in a few weeks. So definitely be able to hear it again. Thank you again, Mrs. Dauna.
Thank you, brother.
And you guys have a beautiful day. Dauna, I'm sorry. You guys have a beautiful day and a blessed day. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
To you, brother. Have a good one.
This show is brought to you by Believe in Yourself. Don't forget to visit IBelieveInMeInc.com. That's IBelieveInMeInc.com for all your BIY swag. That's I Believe in Me Inc. for all your BIY swag. And we'll see you on the next episode.